They're still trying to fulfill the obligations as being prophets. And y'all are now prophets. Get on Ezekiel 34 and 31. Because that is the duty of man. All right, the Israelite man. Right. All right, now look, y'all have y'all special role, and we have our special role. And when it comes to duties of the Israelite man, only we are the priests and the kings, okay? We're coming into a kingdom, not a queendom, all right? 31.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 31.
So we are not the same on any level, man. We are not the same. Go ahead, bro.
And ye make my flock, the flock of my pastor are men.
Right, the flock of the Most High's pastor are men. All right, the shepherds are men. All right, going through that door, spoken of in John the 10th chapter, going through that door, who is Yahweh Shai. Okay, only men, holy men can go through that door and not women. Right? Go ahead, bro.
And I am your power, said the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Right, and that's just the setup, plain and simple, man. A woman was made to serve and not lead. When you go into the origin of a woman, it means a servant, and that was another reason why our nation fell the way it fell, because what Esau released our servants, and he put the service over us going into our women. Right? Go ahead, Elder.
1 Timothy 2 and 12.
Right.
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Suffer means what? Allow. I allow not for a woman to teach, right? And that's period. Only in this society, women are your clinical directives, all right, your bosses and things of that nature. But 30 years ago, that shit was unheard of, man, right? And that goes to show you how Esau's way is upside down. That is another way of putting darkness before light, right? Go ahead, bro.
1 Timothy 2 and 12.
That's right.
But I suffer not a woman to teach,
right,
nor to usurp authority over the man.
Meaning what? A woman does not supposed to give directives to a man, right? A man should give those directives, those instructions, those directions to a woman. Go ahead, bro.
But to be in silence.
Be in silence, and that's your role in the church. All right, you are supposed to be in silence, be quiet, literally shut the fuck up. And the horn had the Go ahead, bro.
It's Jeremiah 31, verse 22.
Right.
How long would thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
Right. Our women are backsliding. But you know what? That's a representation of us. How do you know? Because you see daughter as a nation. Continue.
For the Lord Yahweh had created a new thing in the earth.
A new thing. Because during the ancient time, which means old, this was unheard of. Now this is a modern way. Modern means what? New. Just now. Go ahead.
A woman should compass a man.
A woman shall compass a man. And when you go into the Strong's definition for compass, that literally goes into lead. Lead a man, right? Lead. All right, you had something else to be?
No, that was it.
Okay, hey, give me that numbers, bro. All right, because we are not the same. Hey, Shaquat, let's set it up. Get 1 Peter 3 and 17, bro. Because you women are classified as the weaker vessels, and we are classified as the stronger vessels. All right, and this is the setup of the Most High. Continue.
It's 1 Peter 3 and 17.
Right.
For it's better if the will of Yahweh B'Shem shall be so, that ye suffer for well doing.
That's a lot, bro. Try 2 Peter 3 and 17. That's my
This 2 Peter 3 and 17 said, ye therefore beloved, seeing ye know these things before.
While you're looking for that, I got one.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
So who's the oppressor? Esau. And the scripture stated what? We do not supposed to envy the ways of our oppressor. And one way Esau has manipulated the whole setup, what? By putting our women over us. But guess what? This came from the Most High. This was ordained from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
It was great shame.
It was great shame, you know?
O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
Error means what? Sin. Paths. Going back into what? Our culture. Our mannerism in life. Right? All right, now, get 1 Peter 3 and 7, Shaquan.
It's 1 Peter 3 and 7.
Right.
And it says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Dwell with who? Our women according to knowledge. Knowledge goes into what? Wisdom, to know. Go ahead.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
So if we are the if the woman is the weaker vessel, by default we are the stronger vessel, right? Go ahead, bro.
And as being heirs together the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
Now, Shaquat, please go to the Greek and get weaker, bro. Go to the Greek and get weaker. All right?
And that's how you know we're in the restoration of Israel.
That's right.
The 1/3 is being restored back to the ways of our forefathers, and now we're doing it starting with the family unit,
Right.
because the family unit is the foundation of a nation.
That's
Yep,
it.
that's
The
right,
Most
brother.
High's putting that back in order.
That's it.
All right, that was the thing with the women's empowerment. There was an overthrow. There was an overthrow to keep us down,
That's
man.
it. That's it. But meanwhile at home, he's ruling his house.
He's the man in his
He's
house.
the man. The man of the city.
Yeah.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right, so the Greek word for weaker is astenes. And it
That's
said,
a nas. What they say, that's an ace? Okay, so like it.
yep. Weak, infirm, feeble.
Right now, go to the third Greek lexicon, bro, and get definition B.
All right, it says specifically,
Specifically,
contextually,
contextually,
unable to achieve anything
you
great.
women are unable to achieve anything great. That's what the classification of the weaker vessel means.
Yep. Destitute
Hey,
of power.
I'm sorry. Can you read that last part again?
It says unable to achieve anything great.
Because, hey, it's a point that somebody made. Even women talk about how they're superior and this, that, and the third.
Right.
They need that system to lift them up.
That's it.
Because they haven't built their
That's
own
it.
system.
That's it.
They never left the American power structure and built their own system.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, sister, that you got empowered in the system that we built.
That's right.
So that's how Jay-Z say, you made home, go make another home. Go make yourself great outside of the American power structure.
You want to play the payroll.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
And it says destitute of power among men.
Destitute of power among men. Continue. That's a lot of men on that one, bro.
Weaker and inferior,
Weaker and inferior.
lacking in manliness and dignity.
Lacking in manliness and dignity. Dignity goes into to be worthy. Continue.
Sluggish in doing right.
Meaning what? You're slow acting and doing right. Why? Because the Most High never imparted to the woman that spiritual wisdom. So therefore, she cannot judge.
And it's not personal.
And it's nothing personal. It's okay.
We all have our role.
That's it. Hey, get that, man. How the Most High, I think it's Job 39.
Job 39 verse 17.
Right.
Because Yahweh Bashimashah had deprived her of wisdom.
Meaning what? He didn't give the woman wisdom, spiritual wisdom. But guess what? You have been perfected in your role as serving your man and not leading our nation. That's why you're classified as what? The weaker vessel.
And there's nothing wrong
And there's
with
nothing wrong with that.
That's why the Israelite chick was trying to break down the scriptures.
Right.
Talking about, we supposed to love Esau, things of that sort. She was going way left.
She's a
man,
reprobate.
because she's deprived.
Right.
You know?
She's voided of judgment. What form of judgment? Righteous judgment. And that's in black and white. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Yep. And it says because Yahweh Bashimashah had deprived her of wisdom,
Yeah, you have been deprived. Go ahead.
neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Imparted, meaning what? He hasn't infused in your spirit understanding. And that's okay. That's your part. Please go back.
I got a quick.
Okay, go ahead. Read your quick one, bro.
Hey, this is Revelation
Hey,
21.
can I finish? Hey, I'm almost through these definitions, bro. I got you. You got stuff, though. You got something? Okay, bro.
And so back in 1 Peter 3 and 7,
Yeah,
those definitions.
Yeah.
It says sluggish in doing right,
Right.
lacking in manliness
Right.
and dignity.
It takes a man to come out here and do this, right? And you can't testify. You gotta have nuts,
Yeah, we done been in
Right.
fights, we done
Right.
went to jail,
right?
brawls.
Yeah, and testify literally goes back into testes.
Yeah.
In order to witness, you have to have testes, man. Right? And what Scarface say? All I have in this world, my balls and my word.
Right.
He had a testimony, but it was wicked.
My word and my bulls.
It says use of the religious systems interior to a Mashiach.
Use of the religious system
You wanna
interior
stand,
means
stand
what?
up.
Head. of Mashiach, go ahead,
as having no power to promote piety and salvation.
as having no power to promote piety, which means righteous and salvation. So by default, you cannot be preachers. You cannot be prophets. All right? Why? You're classified as the weaker nation. It's like the weaker vessels.
Right.
Go ahead.
And it says, lacking in decision about things lawful and unlawful.
Lacking in decision about
me out
things lawful and unlawful. Meaning what? The Most High didn't give you that spirit to judge. Right? Go ahead.
And this Revelation 21
That's Apple.
and
We need it.
and 3.
Yeah.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with
And
men.
the tabernacle of the Most High with men. Since you said that, now you got to jump to Revelation 21 and 4. Right? And just as the beginning, it's how we gonna end. Continue.
And he would dwell with them, and that should be his people.
That spirit, giving us that Holy Spirit. Now we can see the presence of the Most High going into his face via the Holy Spirit. Go ahead, bro.
And the Most High himself shall be with them.
Right, and the Most High is with us, beginning with the apostles. Hey, we are a living testament, right? Or a testimony. Continue.
And be their power.
And be their power.
Aye.
All right, now jump to yeah, since you brought that out, Revelation 21 and 4. 21 and 4. See through it? Yup. Yup. Yeah, it talks about how you gonna dwell with them. Okay. I thought you was against.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm tripping, man. Go to Numbers 12 and 1. See, dead people.
This is number 12 and 1. And Miriam and Aaron
Miriam, go ahead.
spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman.
Now, look, the subject matter is Miriam and Aaron, right? Go ahead.
Because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married.
Right, so Miriam and Aaron were siblings of Moses, and they were talking shit about Moses, right? Go ahead,
For he had married the Ethiopian woman.
right?
And they said, had the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses?
Right.
Has he not
So
spoken?
now they're questioning Moses' authority. Go ahead.
Has he not also spoken? Has he not spoken also by us? And the Most High heard it.
And this deed pissed off the Most High, right? And you got to be careful who you talk to or talk about holy men, man. Because at the end of the day, just because something hasn't transpired on you in the flesh, it doesn't mean it's not coming down later, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth.
Meaning what? He was extremely humble, although he was the king or leader of Israel. Continue.
Verse 4. And the Most High spoke suddenly unto Moses, and to Aaron, and to Miriam. Come out ye three to the tabernacle of the congregation.
Right, so the Most High wanted what? He wanted to have court with Moses along with who?
Aaron.
Miriam and Aaron.
Right.
The plaintiffs. Right? The plaintiffs. Continue.
And the three came out.
Right?
Verse 5. And the Most High came down in a pillar of a cloud and stood at the door of the tabernacle
Referring to a chariot. Go ahead.
and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth.
Right.
And he said, hear now my words, if there be a prophet among you, and the Most High will make myself known unto him in a vision,
Right.
and will speak unto him in a dream.
Right.
My servant Moses is not, so who is the faithful in my own house?
So he's telling them directly that Moses is on a different level. Continue.
And with him I will speak mouth to mouth,
Right.
even apparently, and not don't speak.
Right, so basically he gave Moses the prophecy mouth to mouth. It wasn't in during parables. Right? Go ahead, bro.
And similitude of the Most High shall be beheld, wherefore were he not afraid to speak against my servant Moses.
Right, so if the Spirit was dealing with them, right, they should have been afraid talking about Moses. Go ahead.
And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them,
Meaning what? He was upset. He was mad at both Miriam and Aaron. Go ahead.
and he departed.
And he departed. Continue.
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle.
Meaning what? So the pillar, which was the chariot, left. Go ahead.
And behold, Miriam became leprous.
Miriam became what?
Leprous.
Meaning what? The Most High stripped her from her pigmentation.
Yeah.
She was no longer melanated,
Yep.
right? Go ahead.
Why
She
they
looked like
snow?
Esau. At this time frame, she was a clean leper.
Yeah, like you see a lot of Jake that had albinoism.
That's right.
That's how she was looking.
Hey, white as snow.
Right.
And they even showed it like I want to say South African communities where somebody has leprosy and they're sort of like ousted
Yeah.
within their village.
Yeah.
You could Google it. Like it'll be a whole bunch of I say Hamite kids.
Yeah.
But that one Hamite is like fully albino,
Mhm.
and he's like an anomaly in that environment. He's,
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Showing you that that's the natural order of things.
That's it.
You know,
That's it.
to not have pigment
That's it.
is a curse.
That's a curse, bro.
You know?
That's a curse. That's a curse.
Even if I see an albino person, I mean, I give them kind of a little strange look. I can't help it.
Well, hey, brother B, man. What's up, brother?
What you do?
Yeah, okay.
You got a precept part? Go ahead, John. Go ahead, John.
This 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9.
Jake,
I
bro.
can read the NLT.
Go ahead.
It says, and I want women to be modest in their appearance.
So, the woman's supposed to be what? Modest. Go ahead.
In their appearance.
Right?
They
Meaning
should-
what? She's supposed to have on appropriate clothing. Right? Meaning what? Dress from her head to her toe. Right? And her face supposed to be covered. The only thing we supposed to see in our women is their eyes.
And they're not supposed to be wearing clothes that accentuate their figure.
That's it.
You know?
But then you get mad when Jake try to grab you at the spot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But at the end of the day, you are provoking Jake. You know, by your attire.
Hey, the Most High didn't create our women to be sexy to the public.
That's it, bro.
Like you can't. A lot of Israelite women, they have a fiend to get attention. Their whole thing is being sexy and
Right.
feeling sexy.
Right.
But the Most High didn't create you for that.
Yeah, that constant validation of
That
other men.
constant validation. You got other words that really, because you say you're a royal people, there's other words that fit royalty, like class,
Right.
femininity,
That's it.
etiquette,
Yeah.
grace.
Yeah.
You know, you can have styling, you can be fashionable and modest,
That's it.
but those are really words that's denoting an Israelite woman.
That's right.
You know, style, grace, etiquette, class, femininity. You know,
Go ahead, bro.
They should wear decent and appropriate clothing
That's it.
and not draw attention to themselves.
that's the NIV version or the NLT?
NLT.
Hey, yeah, hey, that's the key point he brought out. Not draw attention to themselves.
That's it.
That's a disease in this nation. The Israelite woman has a plague of the mind to draw attention to herself through what she's wearing, man.
That's it.
But if you have any fear of the Most High going into fear culture, then you wouldn't do that with strangers.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Well, social media. It's a platform to draw attention to yourself.
That's it.
You know?
Also, to that video you made, you said fear culture, that shame culture. It's a shame.
Yeah, yeah. Because the scripture is Sirach, she should not cover her shame.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
See, we got to go back to the mind of the Most High. It's actually a bad thing
That's right.
to be out, put yourself out there like that.
horrible.
That's horrible.
It's horrible.
All right.
And it gets dangerous, man, because these women who dress provocative like that, you got men, you put your man in a situation where now he got to defend his manhood.
Right.
Because you know Jacob come up there and try you, man, say something off the wall that one might even touch you. Now, because you wanted to dress like a whore, you wanted to go out in public, now your man got to make a decision where he going to defend his honor, so to speak, or be considered a sucker because he don't let a man down playing on his woman.
Now his spirit gonna fuck with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Spirit
You
gonna
might
fuck
get
with him.
home and get your ass beat. You know what I mean? It's a bad deck of cards to play with. Just cover up, man.
We don't, for the record, we don't promote that.
Nah, we don't promote that.
Allegedly.
But we understand it.
Go ahead, bro.
They should wear decent and appropriate clothing.
What's wrong with that?
Go ahead.
And that's like, and you tell an Israelite woman that that's a fucking argument.
Yeah.
Right, bro.
Y'all gotta have a great debaters to prove to her like, no, it's this decent and it's chill.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, got fucking great. You see that Denzel shit? You gotta
Yeah.
the whole fucking. You got it, brother.
Go ahead.
And not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothing.
And that's the description of
Can't
the
make it up.
so-called black woman in today's time.
Golly.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
For women who claim to be devoted to the Most High should make themselves attractive by the good things they do.
Meaning what? Because according to what the book of Titus, women have a protocol too, right? And they're supposed to be subject or servants to their husbands,
right.
right? Go ahead, bro.
Women should learn quietly and submissively.
And that's the role of a woman, to learn quietly and submissive. Meaning what? In the comfort of your household. Go ahead, bro.
I do not let women teach men or have authority over them.
So women shouldn't be at these camps. Women shouldn't be on the YouTube platforms even saying Shalom to be real, because why? That is an extension. That is an extension of what? The altar. The church. Go ahead,
Let them learn, let them listen quietly.
let them listen quietly. Go ahead. And if you have questions, ask the questions when your husband returns from work or from camp. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Like them
For the
spirits
Most High
get
made
mad,
Adam
don't get on the
first.
woman.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And after when he made Eve.
So Adam was made first. Eve was made for Adam, not Adam for
I'm
Eve.
saying like some
Go
brother
ahead.
said that like you
And
heard
it was,
like the
it
truck
was
come
not
back.
Adam who was deceived by Satan.
That's right. Eve was deceived. Go ahead.
The woman was deceived.
And that further proves what? That Eve was what? The weaker vessel. Right? She lacked decision making. She didn't have discernment of what was right and what was wrong. So she brought a wicked philosophy and Adam fell for it. But still, you went off first. Right? Go ahead, bro.
And sin was the result.
Right, and I want to say even to back myself up, when you go into Genesis, the 3rd chapter, and when the Most High is breaking down those consequences, he judged the serpent first, which was that crafty man, then he judged Eve, then he judged Adam.
Yep.
Go
Yep.
ahead, bro.
Yep. That's all.
All right, go ahead, I want to finish it out there, I'm going to pass it on. Now, you good? You good?
So I go,
Hey, go ahead.
but women will be saved through childbearing.
Women would be saved through childbearing.
Yeah, I want to get in.
And not prophets, right? Childbearing. Go ahead.
Assuming they continue to live in faith, love, holiness, and modesty.
Belief system, and all this goes back where we brought it through the scriptures. That's it.
We're having a,
All of the
I'm sorry.
scriptures.
No, we're having a, because what Eve did, she introduced Adam to westernization.
That's what she did.
She westernized Adam through the serpent's philosophy.
That's it.
And that resulted in the overthrow of our nation.
Yeah.
So now when the brothers bringing out scriptures about the role of a woman,
Yeah.
the Most High is really just reintroducing the old way,
That's it.
the Eastern way.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah. You got a point? Go ahead.
This from Cato the Elder. He's a Roman senator. He says, woman is a violent and uncontrolled animal. And it's useless to let go to the reins and then expect her not to kick over the traces. You must keep her.
So meaning what? She's a beast by nature. She has to be trained. Go ahead.
You must keep her on a tight rein. Women, well,
Hey, did the scripture say, hey, do not let a woman gather abroad? Right? So a woman's supposed to be in your eyesight. She's supposed to be in straits, positions of difficulty in righteousness now, in righteousness. Now, we don't just go home and tell these women eat the cake and shit like that. You know, there's rules to it, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we have to show ourselves as men as well. Right. Go ahead, bro.
it says women want total freedom, or rather to call things by their
And
names.
that's what the elder was saying, and that's what Eve wanted. You know, because Adam had a kingdom, and Eve wanted in, and guess what? The serpent wanted in. So what did they do? They joined forces, and they destroyed the kingdom of Adam. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. So it says women want total freedom, or rather to call things by their names.
Yeah, independent. You know what I'm saying? I'm every woman and all that dumb shit. Go ahead.
Total license. If you
License, meaning what? To do whatever you want. License
Right.
goes into a permission.
Right.
And that's what America provides to these women. Why? Because it has to be America, because if you bring women from Central America, from Asia, right? And if they came over here, what happened? They get converted. Right? They get converted. They lose their ways and start to assimilate to the lifestyle of these Americans. Right? Go ahead.
And it says, if you allow them to achieve complete equality with men, do you think they would be easier to live with?
Right.
Not at all.
Because you know what? It's not set up in the spirit. A woman to tell you, I want it 50-50. But at the end of the day, when you do that, she's going to lose attraction for you because it's not set up in the spirit. Why do you think you keep a woman as long as you don't fall madly in love with her? Because when you do that, you're being conquered. And once that woman knows that, you don't even have to tell her. It's just in the spirit. She's going to move on because why? You have now became a trophy.
Yep.
That's game 101, Elder B. Go ahead, bro.
It says, do you think they would be easier to live with?
No, they're not.
Not at all. Once they have achieved equality, they would be your masters.
That's it. And we see that from time to time, day and day.
Then you got to make a point. Now there's this book called The Way of the Superior Man by David Delder. And he basically went into the female nature and male nature. And what he said about female nature is that it's never satisfied because it's always void.
Right.
So female nature, like they say in the world, you can never satisfy a woman. That goes back to her nature, that is always like a hole. Like, for example, a man is still an empty space, and he's content in that space. A woman is still an empty space, and she feels like, well, it needs to be filled. You got an empty house, she's like, where's the furniture? But you see an empty house, and that satisfies you. So she'll never be satisfied with the things that she's asking you for.
And that's proof. The woman was set up really to satisfy us.
That's it. Right?
Because they're not gonna be satisfied.
That's it.
It's not within them.
She wants to be ruled. And that's why when she becomes your ruler, she loses respect and that attraction from you at the same time.
Hey, like Elder Z was saying, it's like a continuous empty moving.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And hey, the most powerful thing you can learn is nature.
That's it.
Like King Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon 7, he was going into those natures.
Right.
So if you can understand that nature, you know,
But keep going, keep
if you can
going.
understand that nature, that's where you get wisdom from.
And see, that's what Esau did. He did in the form of psychology.
Yep, that's right.
He did in the form of psychology, which means what? Study of the spirit. Let me just do a little more. Go ahead. Yeah, just go back to the that's it. He talks about how Miriam became leprous. Right?
This is Numbers 12 and 10.
And this account further proves that we are not the same. Go ahead.
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Mary became leprous
Right.
while it snowed. And Aaron looked upon Mary.
Now go back to verse 1. Who was talking shit? Read verse 1.
Verse 1.
Right.
And Aaron spake against Moses.
See, so both Aaron and Miriam spoke against Moses. But at the same time frame, who got judged? Miriam got judged. Aaron still had his pigmentation. That goes to show you we're not the same, man. You got Yahweh Shah, right? The Israelite man and the Israelite woman. That is the spiritual hierarchy, man.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you to know
Right.
that the head of every man is the Mashiach,
Right. So Mashiach means what? In the Hebrew, anointed. Go ahead.
and the head of woman is the man.
And guess what? When you go into that term head in the Greek, the definition is cornerstone. Right? So we are these women cornerstones. That also is synonymous with what? Leader. A cornerstone is a leader. Right? Go ahead, bro.
That's why you getting on with a woman, she take on your vibration.
That's it.
You know, start doing those things like you, talk
Right.
like you.
That's it.
You know, so making little jumps like
Yeah.
Using your word that you use your
Yeah.
lingo.
Your vibration is on them.
Know what you want, what you
Right.
desire.
Basically, her existence revolves around you.
That's it.
Like she should feel like if you're not here, like she'd rather be dead. Like
That's
that's
it.
really how it's supposed to be.
That's it, man.
You're her S-U-N. You're her son.
Right.
You're the life force.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And the head of a Mashiach is the Most High.
Not saying it's crazy. They show you like in them old Edomite couples when they like the husband died, and pretty soon after, you know, the woman should have died.
Hey, the notebook. And then, you know, now I don't know what our grandmother did, you know what I'm saying? Shit. But at the end of the day, she didn't marry nobody else. I don't know who snuck up in there, but that was just the point. Nowadays, but our women, they're so young, they're grandmothers. And you know, to be the age of grandmothers, and then you got Tom, Jim, Billy, in and out the household, man. Hey, you come out that quick, bro.
Can I say this?
Yeah, bro.
You know, on 300, right? When the messenger came to Leonidas, and she spoke with him, she said something to him. He said, what this woman speaking to Sunday, why this woman speaking
Amongst men.
among men?
Her shabby self.
See what I'm saying? So it's all about the men.
Yeah.
So when she spoke, you're like, I can't believe this bitch said something.
Yeah.
They
That's
said,
how
yo,
it used to be.
That's how it used to be.
That showed you they were Jakes though,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Her
bro.
shabby self. Oh, no one is.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you to know that the head of every man is the Mashiach,
Right.
and the head of the woman is the man,
Right.
and the head of the Mashiach is the Most High.
Right.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, is under his
And
head.
that's basically it. So that's the spiritual hierarchy. But you know, the spirit on one hand is bringing back out again. It's like you got Yahweh Shah, the Israelite man, and the Israelite woman. And again, Numbers, the 12th chapter, is a testament in itself that the Israelite man and the Israelite woman are not the same. Because Aaron did not get judged, although he was talking shit about Moses as well. Right?
Yeah, because the Heavenly Father, He's all about order. And we in the time now, He's going to completely restore order, not just within the nation of Israel, but also within the entire earth, man. You know, because everybody following this, it's like, shake loud and stuff. Everybody following the spirit of Babylon, you know, the great, you know. But see, this shows that we have to be in a time, like Ed was saying earlier, this is that pre-flood era. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what you see is a lot of flood behavior, but this is happening at the rate that it is because we're in a time where the Lord is going to judge the earth, man. Right. All right? You got it, bro.
In 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. And now, in 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. And it says, but concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Right. So we really in this time now. Now it was sown, you know, around the time of the prophet and priest Ezra. But see, it's more so now. Because see, now we're under the wicked. You know, now the Babylonians, they was evil. You know, they was off. They're heathens, but they're not the wicked. We're under the wicked now. You under the devil himself. You know, go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra 4:29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where it comes that is sown of the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Right. So the kingdom of heaven cannot come unless America is destroyed, man. This is that epicenter of wickedness, man. It's the source. That's why it's called Babylon the Great. And basically what Edom is doing, he wants the whole earth to be basically Babylon. You know, because they're all following that same vibration, drinking that wine. All right, and going back to the topic that the brother was getting to before, you know, this is the reason why, you know, the woman is out of order, man. Okay, and there's going to be grave consequences because of this chaos. See, you know, the woman, just like Esau Edom, you know, you just building up that tab, pretty much doing what you want to do. But see, that's why the judgment is going to be so horrific when it hits you. Because see, no one gets away. You know? But you got Isaiah 3, bro? Okay, finish it out.
This is 2nd Ezra 4:30. It says, for the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness have it brought forth until this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of the threshing comes?
Right, because see, evil is already sown within your flesh. You know, we're pretty much programmed to be off. All right? But see, you know, people are conquered by the flesh, man. And see, it's one thing, you know, we're in this flesh too, but see, we're putting up resistance, but everybody else, they're taken by it, man. You know, and they're just letting those demons just, you know, run rampant through them. Like they were speaking about, you know, people do down in Louisiana, and we look all throughout America, man. It's a freaknik. But see, that's why, hey, it's judgment. Like El Pastor Hart said it best. When the Lord start killing people, don't bug out. It's gonna be bad, man. Okay, and it needs to happen. All right, you got something? You got that in Isaiah. Start at verse 25.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25.
You know what, bro? You can start at verse 16.
Verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes.
Right, so the daughters of Zion are you Israelite women. You're the daughters of Zion. You're supposed to be. You don't act like it, you know. But see, the Lord's saying because you pretty much want to be undisciplined and wicked, okay? Go ahead, bro.
Walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore,
right, did it say stretch forth necks? Why would stretch forth necks?
Yeah, my bad. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes.
And see, that's the thing. The Heavenly Father, He knows how proud your ass is. So you women act like you on a good page with God. The Lord hates your ass, man. You know? Because you don't want to be in subjection to the man He created to be over you. Woman, you were created to be over us. That's just the way of things. That's the natural it's a divine order, really. It's really a divine order. It's a godly order. But y'all hate it. Because see, and the elder, he was reading a book, which, you know, the beloved Elder Apostle Gabar brought it out. But I remember you had the book, you know, Elder Sahab. The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding it's the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman?
Yeah, she had two of them out about each other.
Okay.
But it's the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman.
Right. They're pretty much putting us on game dealing with Eve. Because, you know, pretty much when you women are with the Israelite man, it's as if you living with God. Because we're your God. But see, that shows women really hate the Most High. It's rooted in them hating the Most High, man.
Can I say something?
You got it, bro.
And the reason why you so devoutly go to the so-called church, because you don't bring so-called Jesus home with you. If so-called Jesus was in your household, you have a problem with him too.
Yep.
So you rather follow somebody in theory, the Most High put a so-called Jesus over you in the household.
That's it,
and that's your Israelite man.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah, you know, for you brothers, man, all of us, we gotta meditate on this and remember this. You the woman's Yahweh Shai.
Right.
The Lord ain't dealing with these women directly, man. The Lord, he woke you up. Now, it's women that know about the truth. But see, ain't no prophetesses in Israel. That's some BS. It's satanic.
Yep.
And you women that think that way, the Lord gonna destroy you.
It's a cancer.
It's a cancer.
Yep.
It's horrible. And look at the condition of our nation because of women ruling over us, man.
Why do you think the body of Yahweh Shai, starting with Great Millstone, has flourished the way it did? Because we don't have women in our congregation.
Yep. Oh, and going back to the old school, they got the women out.
Yeah, they got the women out.
Yeah, it shows you. And look at this thing now. You know, hey, if you got that spirit, go to IUIC. You know, they'll accept you over there. Go ahead, bro.
Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty,
They're proud as hell. They think they the man.
Yeah.
You know, they think that they powers, guides over us. You know, that's the spirit in the earth, man. Look at Meg Thee Stallion, City Girls. You know, all these different women, man. What's that? Glorilla. Yeah, man. The ratchet ass, dusty bitches from Memphis.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But see, they think they better than us, man.
They do.
You know, but we gonna see, because Lord will, we those men, we gonna see who get that power, and that's when the woman gonna shut up. If she see you flying, all right, and performing miracles, but you know what? Because brothers gotta ask yourself, will you even want them then? And see, that's the reason why we gonna read down this and go into the 4th chapter. Cause we read Isaiah 4. It ain't a rap video. You gotta ask, you're like, hey, we can get women overseas.
When you're dealing with the Israelite woman, you eat prison food.
Yeah.
You know, we're in our captivity, so you're dealing with the lowest grade of women.
Yep.
You in prison eating prison food. But when the Most High give us that power, you're not gonna want this mystery meat mess.
You don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is. Well, you know it's prison food because you gotta wear condoms.
God damn.
You know, you gotta protect yourself. That's prison, you know what I mean? You can't just be free.
That's fucked up. It's facts though. You know? You gotta
and walk with stretched forth necks.
Oh man. Hey, and you know, a lot of us brothers stop doing it. Just speak to a woman. She act like you the air. Like you're not even there at all. Bitch will ignore your tail, man. You know? But it's written though that they like that. But you know what? It's gonna be a judgment for that. You know, and you better believe, don't be surprised, you see them same women during the time of Jacob's trouble, and now they the air. Now they not there. Now.
Eve will check you out and don't look at you. You go to a line at Walmart, like, God damn, this bitch,
Yep.
and look at me,
That one time.
God damn.
And she didn't say have a good day or nothing.
I'm going self-checkout.
Hell yeah, man.
But you know what? It's a demonic spirit on them to do that.
Yeah.
Because Most High set up Esau to systemically overthrow us if they conquer us, but he set up Eve to psychologically conquer your mind. Because if you're in a so-called black community, your self-esteem is probably low. Yep, that's right. So it's not that you ain't shit. It's part of that psychological punishment. It's part of our captivity to reinforce this narrative to make you think you ain't shit.
And the scary thing about it is like you can't escape. You know, unless the Lord, Lord dealing with you, but you go in the world, you in the workforce, you dealing with Esau shit, but then you go home, you dealing with an extension of him in your house.
That's right.
So it's you know, it's a catch-22, man.
And you go to work, come home, you go to work, come home to work. She bitching at you the whole time. Your boss bitching at you.
It's two prisons.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Shahrazad at least broke it down.
One of them gotta go.
Yep.
So I know I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
Some gotta go.
And when that's why she speak on not dwelling with a brawling woman.
Yeah, man. And when you go into that prophecy in 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, it said that the seed of wickedness was sown in Adam, and how much wickedness have it brought forth now, and how much wicked would it brought forth to come. So pretty much, whatever conversation that the serpent and Eve had, we living in that shit. Yeah, you know. Whatever conversation, we just got a bridge version. Thou shalt not surely die. That was the whole conversation. Like, this society that we living in is the details of that conversation. The OnlyFans, strip clubs,
Child support.
yeah, child support,
Abortion.
Section 8, abortions, the Nissan Altima, all that shit was discussed in the garden.
Careers.
Yeah, you know, you can be the senator. What you got? One of these bitches, Supreme Court. You know, CEO of Xerox. And I think one of the bitches that married to George Lucas, the director of Star Wars.
Yep, that's right.
I think she finna be part owner of the Broncos.
That's
Like,
right.
goddamn.
Right.
Bitch, she an astronaut. Like, goddamn.
What's her name? Harris, she got them vice
You know
president.
what I'm saying? Like, this the shit that was discussed in the garden. You
What do
know?
you call it? The details of the contract.
Yeah.
I got the word, but those particular details. Of the
Ricky
contract.
Lake, you know, all this shit, like, you know.
You gonna be a whore, but even when you a whore, you still a victim.
Yeah.
That's Ricky Lake.
Yeah. And then Wendy Williams show. Yeah. But it's all of it. The View. It's like, where ain't the woman at? Like, you know, and then Eve, like, Eve in Dubai, Yeah.
Oh,
like, you know, Eve is every fucking where. She tried an ambulance. At the front desk at the emergency room. She might well eat the herbs and then pray and get you through.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a prosecutor.
Yeah. Kamala Harris was the prosecutor before she came.
It's a spirit in Eve. She gets off on that, man. You're like a state prosecutor.
Your life in her hands.
Yeah,
Eve get off on that
man.
shit.
Yeah.
And you better believe she will kill your ass with no mercy. Right. And that's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. The woman will kill you with no fucking mercy, man. And this is a creature that was supposed, you know, she was created to really nurse. Like that was, you know, you were saying earlier, she's supposed to add unto you, you know?
Like I said, she put it's an extension of our punishment because she's supposed to be a pillar of rest. We don't have no pillar of rest in this society, so it's just additional hell when you, like you said, when you go home, you got another job. You ain't got no pillar of rest.
But this imagine going decades of that shit. Decades of being through it. Part.
You gotta be saved. All right, you got it, bro.
And walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes.
Yeah, wanton, undisciplined, so she with you, but she looking at everybody.
Yep, and now we in the tech world, so she looking at other niggas' pages on social media and shit.
Yeah, because she could probably play it off when she with you.
Yeah.
But then when, you know, she by herself, like you said, all of the phone,
Yeah.
you know. But then got the nerve to want to check your phone. You women that do that, the Lord gonna kill you, all right? And the Lord gonna show us how things supposed to be. You know, and the woman thought there was some light shit. She just snuck in your phone and, you know, it created, you know, did certain things to like mirror your phone. It's like your phone is on her phone. Like she a spy. You know,
That's
like for real though.
She an agent.
She an agent, yeah.
That's demonic too. That's like a spiritual power. It's a demonic spiritual power.
They show Satan dealing with them, man.
Yeah, Satan dealing with them. Because Satan give them that clairvoyance. Why would the Most High, if the Most High, help me, you read about in the Bible, had multiple wives. Why would the Most High reveal to your woman that you got another woman? Yeah. But they really do have that clairvoyance. They can tell, like it's some of their spirit.
That's Satan, bro.
Woman's intuition.
Woman's intuition.
Demon.
It's a demon.
Yeah, it's deep too, cause she probably had like a dream about some shit
right.
you did. But it'll be on point, cause Satan like really working on her mind to like see what you're doing.
But now you gotta keep a fucking straight face, like, what you talking about? What you talking about? You tripping.
God damn.
Walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Because see, this is not the beginning of that pride. Really, they had it even going back to the ancient world. So the Lord really getting them for that now.
Every Israelite woman, especially the dark skinned tribe, they all got lace fronts. Yeah, I mean, you know, some they now they're starting to grow natural, but a lot of them they're addicted to the lace fronts, man.
The baby hair bangs and shit.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's horrible.
And you got fake femininity, man.
Yep.
You know, fake eyelashes, the lace fronts. You're like you're a mannequin.
They be like, oh, I want a real man. Bitch, are you real?
Yeah.
Bitch, what real about you?
Why do you attract light?
And you know the heavy part about it during the time of Jacob's trouble, that we live in a time of great scarcity. Because even now, you know, we in a recession. You can't really just get certain things you used to. But see how much more when the time of threshing comes, you women gonna be without. So a lot of these different things that you got to build yourself up before you leave the house, you're not gonna have access to that. So, and then, hey, like brother said, like, you know, the woman is fake. Pretty much get ready to see how she really look. You know?
Like us?
Yeah, it's
Like us?
horrible. Be like Bill Wallace.
Then they ain't gonna have access to their feminine products either.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're gonna be able to take care of yourself.
So will you really want them? So like that's why we get into Isaiah 4, cause see, you know, brothers think they want some. You really ain't gonna want it, man. You know, it's just that we deprived right now, as Israelite men and sons of God. Really, we should have what we want, but the Lord punishing us.
We just got prison thirst right now.
Yeah.
You know, we just got prison. Everything excites you because you're deprived.
But then you get access, you're not gonna want every like you gonna want the best.
So mind change.
Yep. Okay, just push up real quick. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 46 and 8. It says, remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. The Lord doing that with us now. You know, us coming into the truth is us coming to our manhood. And really it's a thing where, you know, we're learning. Because see, we weren't taught how to be men, but see, Abba is grooming us through experiences. And then also he got to show us how fucked up these women really are. And then show us like how far we feel. And that's why it's a beautiful story, man. Because the come up the Israelite man ain't gonna have, it's gonna be something that the earth never seen before. Because see, once the sons of God get it back now, we're not gonna lose it. And the woman gonna see us with that power too. And like Elder Sahab said, see, it's nothing personal, really. It's just, you know, to the victor goes spoils, man. If you lose the war, naturally you lose your woman. You know what I mean? It hurt. It does hurt. Because we close, you know, we that's our woman. You know what I'm saying? But it's a matter of war.
It shows you that we never oppressed the black woman.
Yep.
That's the narrative they push. They know they had to be liberated from our clutches. So we were never in a position to oppress you because we lost you in 16 and 19.
And that's the philosophy of the serpent.
Yep, that's right.
You know, it came from you, Edom. But you got our woman right now. But see, it's gonna flip, and then we gonna get our woman back, and we gonna get you, cause you about to be chained up.
Some more.
Yeah, I got a book. This is John 8 and 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Right, man. And now we're satisfied with the Lord's goodness. And the Lord gave us a scoop on you women and just life in general. You know, we know how things supposed to be.
Free from that narrative.
Yep.
Like it was how I was going into Jake with self-esteem so low because they still buy into that narrative that your value is based on the opinion of the nigga woman.
Yep, that's right.
That's why Jake being work so toxic, you know, because they're trying to get their lick back somewhere, man.
Yep.
You know, they're trying to get that masculinity
That's
back
right.
some type of way. That's why they do all this shit, heady shit, because they're so defeated within black culture, man. But see, we're free from this shit. Like the woman, like the modern woman, like it ain't even topic like that. Cause we know what we gotta do as a man of your how about Shemal Shai, it comes a time where you get obsessed with power.
That's it, brother.
Women don't equal power. Women come after power.
Yep.
You see? And like you said, like you understand what these women are, they're the ops. They are really the opposition.
Right.
So it's like now as we remember ourselves men, we've been freed from that narrative to where we feel like we're obligated to this bitch, man. It's over, man. We went off, Most High punished us with us, we know what we got. Now it's time to move on and get power, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be blunt, man. Real quick. Fuck the woman, man. All right? And we gotta learn that. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a constant thing. And I'm saying that because
the Lord showing us the relationship we should be mending is between him and us. You know, because the woman, man, she well, like they would be saying, man, she's a self-preservationist. At the end of the day, if it's between her choosing you or her, she choosing herself. It's like, you got that fucking, it's a Vogue magazine cover dealing with Kim K and Kanye when they split up, and that bitch said on the cover, I choose me, I choose myself, something like that. But go figure. That's the average, really woman in general, but mainly the American woman.
Well, you got women who actually have weddings where they marry themselves. Oh my goodness. Like a student said, they be lovers of themselves. It's actually a thing. So you actually have a wedding where you marry yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. This place 2 through, man. You got it, bro.
This Micah 17, that that is my enemy should see it.
Yeah, and this is the woman in general, but also brothers got personal, testimonies of just, things that have happened to brothers in their walk in the truth. You got certain exes or just, it could have been a fling or just, but unless that woman is allotted to make it by being with you in the end, hey, she gonna be one of these women right here. In Micah 7 and 10,
I'm going to make a quick point. And one of the ways that they're your enemy, think about how much energy they put into this man's kingdom. That's like, because a woman could be physically attracted to you and she can give you her body, but she doesn't want your nation to grow. That's why she'd rather get her energy to Esau. Her career is her husband. That's her new Israelite husband, is her career. So you'll very well have women who like you, but they don't want to build your family. That's your enemy. They don't want to build that. That's your enemy, man.
Yep. The majority of these women gonna die, man, which is gonna lead us back to Isaiah 4. So it's all lined up. You got it, bro.
And shame should cover her, which said to me, where's the Lord that power?
She gonna be looking stupid. Why? Brothers, we believe it. You better believe it. Brothers gonna get that power, man. Which we really got the power now in the spirit. The fact the Lord, Yahweh Shai, sent his Holy Spirit down from the throne. Because what we have, brothers, is directly from the throne of Yahweh Shai, man. Through the Spirit we got it. Through the Lord's grace we got it. But see, the power hasn't manifest on the physical level to where people see us with it. Now when the Lord, fully draws out that power, when he fully unlocks that spiritual power within you, it's going to be manifest. And that's why Scripture say, then shall it be known who are my chosen. How? The Lord defend us and different brothers with that power, man. You got it, bro.
My eyes shall behold her.
So a lot of these women that were in your path, because some people come in our life for a season. Some of these women, don't be surprised. They're going to see you protected. They're going to see you with the hedge. I remember that one scene from a movie Contagion. You had this one chick on there. It was just a good movie, dealing with a plague, a pestilence. But it showed this one chick, she was like real proud, like early on in the movie. And I want to say she was like pregnant or something like that, but she was talking shit or whatever. But see, that plague got real bad, that certain disease, it got real bad. And this one Edomite that was on the news, he was on the radio, he was telling people what would happen. And people was talking all type of shit about him, but like he ended up being good in the movie. He had his little bubble suit on, but he ended up seeing that same chick that was talking shit and pretty much she was like, help. She was like, is she pregnant? And he like, ugh, get off me. Like it pretty much the table's gonna turn, bro. And the Lord don't care that a woman is pregnant. If the woman ain't right, how many pregnant women died during the flood? It's a lot, man. Jake, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But how many women died during the flood, man?
All the 3.
I got
my numbers right.
They even
Four.
Four women. Four women. And they showed the Lord blessed to see that one animation, the days of Noah, part 1, the flood, and they showed that little animation. But they showed it was women, children, pregnant women, animals, women holding their baby up for the baby. Somebody get the baby on the ark. They all drowned, man. That's why the Lord, he's known as the king of terrorists, man. And people gonna see it. See, by us mending our relationship with the Lord, we know what he expects, and he's a perfectionist.
You can tell the gravity of the judgment based on the length of the prophecy. Because we started with Rabbi Albert Bivens. He started teaching in 1969. That's when Truth came out. So now it's 2022. The ministry never stopped. So that's the Most High been stretching forth his hand for over 50 years. So that, the extension of the prophecy is indicative of the gravity of the judgment.
And that's almost, that's about 1 hour with the Most High.
Yeah, that's right. You know?
It's judgment. You got it, bro.
My eyes shall behold her. Now she should be trodden down as the mire in the street.
Same women that turned you down, same women that turned their nose up at you, same women that had an attitude with you. You had a certain woman that was a supervisor, you know, treated you a certain way. You know, certain school teachers or just the woman in general. You know, but especially certain women that's your so-called ex. All right, they about to catch pure fucking hell, man. All right, and it is what it is. Okay, they the spirit of Lot's wife. You got it, bro. Remember Lot's wife.
Yep. Okay, Isaiah 3, verse 17 again. Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Right, and that's why the majority of you women bald-headed. And I don't give a damn if your hair reaches down to the end of your neck or to your back, you're still bald-headed. Because your hair really supposed to be down to your feet. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Hey, you all outside naked. You know, Eve, well, she wearing a different pants now. They got the ass all out, like actually cut out. Yeah. The back of the pants, you know, thigh showing, you know, cut all out.
Or the camel toe.
Or the camel toe. And that's just, it's just right out there.
And you know what, and we men, but some of that stuff, even to me, I'd be like, that's nasty.
It's a turn off. It ain't supposed to be outside.
Yeah,
you naked outside.
Can I say this? It's some brother posted on Instagram. This lady was talking. She was like, men think, say if they see a woman, she cold, like she cold. They're not thinking about having sex. And she like, they may think about something different, like tools, something like that. But she said, as soon as they see a woman, like, how to dress up, rocking, your mind's like, man, I would hate that ass. That's how your mind goes. But she said, soon if a woman cover up, men don't think like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She said, a man mind don't think like that. But when they all out ass on,
yeah.
I'm gonna think, hey, I want to put that ass.
Basically, she broke down, when you dress like that, men think of objects.
Yeah.
You're objectified.
Yeah.
So like when a woman is naked, the men think, look at you like an object.
Yeah. So you shouldn't get upset with the men that treat you like an object because look how you dress it.
Yeah.
And that's what the reason why Jacob's trouble is going to be the worst for the woman, man. You know? It's going to be the worst for you. And to be honest, once again, brothers, at that time, you're going to have your options and you really not going to be checking for them anyway.
Yeah, your standards go up when you get options.
Yep.
You know, I grew up on one side of town. You know, you talk to an ugly chick. You know, you're in the hood. I ended up going to like one of them schools all the pretty girls at. You couldn't make me talk to them ugly girls I grew up around, man. Yeah, Robert, you said something.
Now, you gotta think about it. Even if it was America is only 5% of the world's population.
Yep.
And then of that, let's say Eve is 1%, maybe.
1 out of 5.
So you're talking about she's 1% out of 99% of the earth. So it ain't even no big deal. Like the women in America, it's like it's American women. It's the worst of the worst.
Because America only has about 300 million people in it.
Yeah.
And I Googled it. It has 167 million women. And we said 1/10 of that might be Eve.
Yeah.
But you got a whole billion people in India. India got a whole billion people.
2 million in China. 2 billion in China.
2 billion in China. Like you said, America, that's a small drop in the bucket, man.
You got Iran, you got Jacket out there. Right? Like this, and see, the truth makes us think big, man. Eve is so small till she irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like Eve so goddamn small, so the month, she's done.
Yeah. Come on.
You see, kicking the dead horse. It's over with.
Yep.
She's so irrelevant because Western culture has made her so irrelevant to the point that, like you say, brothers don't even try to holler at Eve. But what you gonna get? What are you gonna get? Yeah. That might be cool for a week or two. You gonna fall out. You know. You say one thing righteous. Well, I don't. You know. Yeah. Bitches don't have no skill set. The nigga woman don't have no skill set. She ain't got no wife skills. Like you said earlier, a woman is supposed to be groomed up with a skill set. They don't have that. All you getting is a shell of a woman. A used box, okay? Attitude, and more pressure to get more money to support her rolling lifestyle, man. That's about it. Yeah, man. So you don't deserve better than that, brothers? You know, we deserve better, man. You know, it's a fucking, I forget that nigga name, that heavy set Jake with the fucking high top fade, talking to the woman, you deserve better. Nah, we deserve better, man. Right. Some bullshit. And we gonna get better too. All right, you got it, bro.
In that day, the Lord would take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and the cows and their round tires like the moon.
Right, now when you read all this, it goes to the different accessories the different Israelite women had in the ancient world, and the Lord took it all away, you know, things that would beautify them. But see, he's going to do it again. And this time, you know, different things you got in this modern age that make you look pretty, the Lord going to take all that shit away.
And then essentially, he stripped you of your femininity.
Yep, that's it, bro.
You know, he stripped you of your femininity, that feminine energy you possess. All right?
Because then, I remember you went into it. Wow. With some of those ornaments, it caused Israelites to walk a certain way.
Yeah, because one of those things that we name, I forget which one, but if you look at the definition on the blue, it's basically like a chain that connects her ankles together that forces her to walk feminine. Like women were literally groomed, Israelite women were literally groomed. You know how you see like women walking with books on top of their head, and it was forced them to walk feminine? Well, they had like chains connecting their two ankles to force them to walk like a woman. Yeah. They had it down to a science on everything.
Yep, and you women lost all that, and now it's to the point to where we in the upside down. The woman more masculine than the man. We in the upside down, man. All right, you got it, brother.
The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers.
And you could jump down to oh wow, woo. Jump down to verse 23.
Verse 23. The glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils.
And the veils. You couldn't see a woman's face in the ancient world, man. The Lord took that away.
That was precious.
That was precious. Like you imagine it, brothers. You know, like we gotta envision it, man. You know, fine, beautiful women, gorgeous women. Only you could see their face. They was married to you. Only you were allowed to view her beauty. No one else, man. Only you were allowed to see her face and her body. But see, now they all outside with it, man. Everybody can see, you know, well, like you said, on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You can't make it up. You know? Yeah, bro.
And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink.
A woman will be mustier than you. You got better hygiene than the damn woman. And I'm serious.
You know, one of those reasons, a lot of them on birth control, they never have a fucking period. So they store up all those fucking toxins in their body supposed to release for that period. So they start sweating or whatever. It's just like a toxic smell, man.
Yeah, then they diet.
Yep.
Eating all that shrimp and
dead sperm diet.
pH off.
pH off. Because they eat all that acidic food. That's why like they got a heavier vibration than like other women. Like a lot of women from other nations, they got like a lighter feminine energy. Yeah. But Eve got that dark, dense, heavy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and they take showers. A shower for a woman that's like a whore bath. You know, you're really supposed to take a bath. But showers for men. You know, it's not for the woman. You're supposed to soak, you know, in the water and like I said, in the oils and different things.
The generic ass soap.
Yeah,
the Dollar General ass soap.
Yeah, man. Because really soap is really like herbs and flowers and ointments. You're supposed to soak in that, man. Yeah. The whole bag.
That shit through, man. You got it, bro.
And instead of a girdle, a ring.
Oh man, what they call it, the muffin top.
And we got the good on big ass stomach.
Yeah, big ass stomach, man.
Because the girdle's supposed to hold your physique together.
Yeah.
Like women in the ancient world, even in the 1800s, they had girdles under their dresses. Yeah. But now instead of a girdle or ring, like the girdle was broken because of their damn stomach.
Yeah, and they don't do nothing natural to lose the weight.
But they buy all that generic shit to tuck their stomach in. Like instead of losing the weight, you draw this fake shit, look like you skinnier, When you take the shit off, it's like shit, man. Yeah. Love professor and shit, man.
And don't get mad at us, man, because what it is, the Holy Spirit revealing the woman, man.
And don't kill the
You know,
messenger.
yeah, don't kill the messenger, man. You ahead, brother.
And instead of well said hair, baldness.
There you go. You know? Hey, so it's a reason why the majority of our women bald head, you know, and go into these different Moabite stores or, you know, Hamitic stores or whatnot to get them weaves. It's the curse.
And your hair is your crown.
Yep.
A woman's hair,
Yeah.
that's a crown.
Yeah.
So it's like the way our hair is, we don't care about it like that. But your hair, that's your crown.
So her glory gone.
That's your glory.
Because that's what you thought. You're right, brother. If you fuck up a woman's hair, they would kill you.
Oh, they ready to kill you.
They'll
Yeah,
kill you
yeah.
over that shit.
They made songs like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth,
Yep.
and burning instead of beauty.
They hurt. So you women, you ain't as fine as you think you are. You burnt out. You burnt out, smoked out. You know? Hey, man. We brothers, we ain't seen real beauty, man. That's why we got to get the hell up out of here. We've been put on such a dense, low frequency in America.
Right.
Brothers, man, the Lord about to open us up to life, man.
Well, if they were beautiful, then why do they have to wear makeup?
Yep.
Why do they have to have filters up for social media?
And constant validation.
And custom, because you're not beautiful. Why do you have to put on fake generic stuff? Because if you're actually beautiful, you don't need that other stuff.
Yep. Your validation should be enough.
Yep.
Just as her husband, that should be enough. You want validation from the whole world because you don't look good and you empty. Go ahead, bro.
The men shall fall by the sword.
Oh, and see, this getting ready to happen. So you women about to catch hell. You're gonna lose everything the brother was getting into. All right. And also Ray, Trayvon, Trevante, Pookie and them street niggas you love, they gonna die out here. You know, so I mean, everything is fun because, you know, pretty much Rome ain't went into the abyss yet, so to speak. But when this society collapses, you know, this whole Twilight Zone is pretty much it's gonna be gone. Everybody gonna get woke up to reality because Jake, they pretty much gone. You know, all Jake think about chasing the bag, you know, chasing Eve, you know, and pretty much, you know, our women were set up to go after these type of men. They're not, they haven't been taught how to build anything. You know, so you gonna pretty much be with men that don't know, you know, they're not into you know, survival.
Useless.
They're useless. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because that's how we plan to survive. You know, faith in the Lord, you know? Jay don't got faith in the Lord. They got faith in this world, but this world going down. Go ahead, bro.
Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
Right, because it's going to be race wars out here. You know, you got the hour of martial law. And the next big shutdown they bring, that's going to be the one, Lord willing. Because they going when they fully lock this shit down, because things going to get real, man. So a lot of hey, you go outside, them different military troops shoot your ass down, man. You know, a lot of going to get drafted, because it is, the third woe is fastly approaching. World War III, a lot of going to be drafted. Okay, and it's going to be different ways. And the Lord going to bring fear and dread on 2/3 of our people, man.
Maybe two.
And mainly you women, that's why we get into this. Let's see where that's going to leave you women at. You know? You got it, bro.
And her gates shall lament and mourn.
Right, Gates going to leadership. You know, pretty much this place is done. Everybody that you know, these women idolize, if they through, what's they gonna say about you? You know, because the church, you know, you run to the church, you really think that you are worshiping God, that's gonna be gone. Okay, them different jobs you got, you getting them benefits, that's gonna be gone. Okay, come on, bro. That's gonna be gone. The only thing that's gonna be left is the truth. That's the only thing that's gonna be able to stand that day, and that's how we plan once again to survive, man. That's gonna be our security. So the fact that you pretty much losing what you held onto this world, your security gonna be gone. And you better believe men ain't gonna be seeking to jump up and save your ass in that day. You know that whole the day of the simple nigga is gone, all right? Jake throwing a cape on to save Eve. Men ain't gonna be seeking to save their own ass. And you know it's gonna be grimy out here. All right, go ahead, bro.
And she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
They gonna be on the ground, destitute. You know, hopeless, pretty much. Like Just like that one scene in Contagion. That woman was, she rolled up to that man, she was pregnant. She's like, help, help. And he was trying to like walk fast and shake her off. That's how it's gonna be out here, man. All right, and the woman really, they're gonna be a liability. A lot of them gonna be set up as traps. And that's pretty much, that shit even goes on now. Like, men will use beautiful women to set men up. That shit definitely gonna be happening during Jacob's trouble. They showed that in, was that the book of Eli? Like in the beginning? That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, and the times that we coming in, compassion will kill you.
Yep. Feeling bad for her. She out there. Fuck her.
That's her job.
Yep. Yeah, 4. You can read 4 and 1 down to 4. You gonna run through it?
It's Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
And we know why, because all the men died for the most part. The majority of men gonna die. So that's gonna make men that survive very rare, especially men with the Holy Spirit. Those are the real high value men. Go ahead.
Saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own
So
apparel.
at that time, they're gonna want to have a skill set, like bro was getting into. Now you don't have it. Then you're gonna want to cook clean and, pretty much add them to that man. You're gonna want to be an asset. Go ahead.
Only let us be called by thy name to take away our
So
reproach.
women gonna be begging, the men of the Lord to have sex with them, to take them in. Pretty much. But see, just because they're gonna be doing that, that don't mean you're gonna select every woman that come up to you. The majority of them you're gonna turn away. The majority of them you're gonna see that they ain't right. Okay? But the women that are allowed to be saved, that's who you're gonna take in. And the Spirit gonna, reveal it. Go ahead, bro.
In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious.
Okay, so we gonna get fine women in. Because the branch, that's going to how to, it's going to the women. You read about Ephraim, tribe of Ephraim, it said how the branches run over the wall. The women, they wanted to branch out and go to them damn Spaniards. But just sticking to the point of the scripture, the branch right here is going to some women, and we gonna get beautiful women. So the Lord gonna hook brothers up. Jay don't got it now. We gonna get hooked up, man. Go ahead, bro.
And the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them.
Oh, then the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely, beautiful. And if the Lord say that's beautiful, it's gonna be beautiful. There gonna be some fine ass women. I just gotta say it that way. Those gonna be some fine ass brothers gonna get hooked up. Then the women, they gonna be saved. They gonna be changed too. They gonna get those new bodies. The Lord gonna give you some. Man, just wait. And it's gonna be for your eyes only. All right, go ahead, brother.
And the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel.
For the elect, for them that are escaped of Israel, those that's written in the book of life. Go ahead, brother.
And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem.
You written in the book of life. Go ahead.
When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment, and by
Somebody read that last part again.
when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment, and by the spirit of burning.
So, as far as how the experiment getting on women, and the reason why they are the way they are, what's going to change that is judgment. Because see, we can say what needs to be said. We can say what's right. They not going to listen by that. Women are physical. Men are spiritual. So a man can change simply by hearing the word. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, goodness. But see, judgment is gonna change things, man, and that's how women gonna get right. That's how people in general gonna get right by way of judgment. All right, you got it.
I also got a bad rap over here, brothers. All right, well, with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kangadash.
Double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the house of everything elect. Above, above!
Above!
Shalom! Shalom!
Shalom.
Next time, brother, just push me to these.
I'll show you about that.